It's so sad and very unfortunate that when you are down, broken, miserable, no one wants to associate with you. But once you have something for yourself, all of a sudden you have these cousins, you have these relatives, you have these friends that you didn't even know existed. It's just selfish and disappointing how people just want to be associated with success. But you know what? Sometimes you gotta be your own hero and take care of your little heart, save your little heart, because these people that sometimes you think cannot live without you, they can very much live without you. Hey guys, welcome back to another classic episode of Becoming Better at Humanity. If you're new here, my name is Judith and I use my life lessons to train people to get into their greatness. Wherever you are, wherever you are, whatever it is that you're engaged in, I am back to remind you that you have greatness in you. You have the ability to do more than you can imagine or even begin to imagine. So, stop playing with your potential. So, on today's episode, I want us to talk about whatever that you're willing to put up with is exactly what you will get. Let's talk about boundaries. So, what is boundaries, guys? For me, boundaries are the rules for how people behave around you. It's what is acceptable, what you accept, or what you don't. And they are based on your needs and wants. And this does not mean that you're mean, you're selfish, or you're self-centered. No. What this means, guys, is that you understand what your values are. You understand what your priorities are. And you make sure that others do that as well. You have a right to define what your boundaries are. What you need to do is just define them, announce them, and then honor them. You leave those boundaries. You just have to remember to take care of yourself first and foremost before taking care of other people. Because when you don't take care of yourself, you get out of balance and you really can't take care of other people. If you want to be loved right, you have to love yourself right. If you want to be taken care, if you want to take care of other people, you have to take care of yourself first. Guys, I used to be that person who was unable to draw healthy boundaries. And I loved it when people thought that I was the coolest. You see, when you are a people pleaser, when you do something for everyone, people are like, yeah, Judith is a nice person. So I loved it when people thought that I was the coolest. I loved it when people said to other people that Judith is the run-to person. I felt guilty and ashamed of letting people down, of offending anyone. And so I said yes to everything. Let's do this. Yes. Let's go. Yes, I could drop everything and come to the aid of this other person. And let me tell you guys, the reason why people come to you when they need you, the reason why people call you when they need you, when it's convenient for them, it's because your intention is to make them feel that you are a good person. You have the biggest heart. So it's not about them. It's about you. You want to be labeled that good guy. You don't want to offend anyone. Some people feel the need to please other people without realizing that the moment you say yes to someone, know that you're saying no to yourself. The moment you put someone else's happiness before you, that means that you are saying no to your dreams. You are saying no to your success. You are saying no to your happiness. You are actually betraying yourself. In relationships, I was overly focused on making other people happy. I was a people pleaser. And you know what this started doing to me? It lowered my self-esteem big time. I came to realize that I had low self-esteem. And then this started making me feel guilty, bottling up with resentment because I felt that people were taking advantage of my big heart. I started asking myself questions like, I was so bitter. Bitterness got the best of me. I was so bitter, disappointed at myself, asking myself questions like, how did I get myself here? Judith, how did we get here? Why is the world so cruel and very unfair? Why can't people be human? And guys, here's the breaking news. Whatever it is that you are allowed to continue, whatever it is that you are putting up with, that is exactly what you will get. What you allow, guys, is what will continue. So I woke up this one morning very sad, disappointed, and ashamed of who I was becoming. But this one morning I said, enough is enough. I had had it. Guys, you might not have control over how people behave around you, but you have absolute control over how you're treated. You get to decide how you're treated. You don't give people permission to treat you however they want. You have that right to decide how you want to be treated. And when you make that decision, especially from where I was coming from, it's not easy. But I can tell you guys that it's absolutely. I can tell you guys, I can attest to you guys that it's worth it. I was giving people permission to treat me unfairly. And sadly, like so many other people, somehow you think that this behavior could somehow stop occurring. But boy, was I wrong? Each and every time you allow this behavior to continue, you're teaching this person that it's okay. Subconscious or not, you're teaching this person that it's okay because you did not stop it. So it's not about this other person. It's about you. So I said to myself that this morning, I wanted to try something different. I had had it. And I tell you guys that I was ashamed and disappointed of who I was becoming. So this morning I said I wanted to try a fast no to this friend who only called when they wanted something from me. They could call me some days prior, sweet talk me into doing something, and then I could fall for their trap. So this morning I was so determined. And I had set a policy to myself. Is what you're doing to me? Is what I wouldn't do to you? Then I have no business being your friend. I have no business associating with you. If you don't care about me, why should I care about you? So this person called, as usual, they wanted me to give them some money. And then they told me how they liked me, how I'm a good person, how God will bless me. And they wanted me to give them money. Guys, I had this money, but this time I was determined to do the right thing. I was determined to choose me first, to put myself first. Yes, I love to help people. I loved to help people. But I said this time they are going to get this help from elsewhere. And I had psychologically set myself, I was so determined that if when I tell them no, they were going to hate me, they are going to gossip me or even judge me. But I was so determined for it. And I was even ready for this friendship to end. Because I was tired of people using me. I was tired of people taking advantage of my generosity. Most of all, I was disappointed of who I was becoming. So when they called, telling me that they want this money, you know what I did? I simply told them no. I gave no excuses. I just said, no, I can't. That was it. And you know what followed, guys? Shock. Oh my goodness. Do you know what followed? Do you know what the friend said? They simply said, okay, Judith, I understand. See you later. And then they hung up the phone. Guys, first and foremost, I was free. It was a new day for me. I was so proud of myself. Judith, you did it. You have been a slave all this time around. People have been using you, but enough is enough. I was so excited for me. I felt so proud of myself. And you know what my biggest lesson was? My biggest lesson was, guys, sometimes we put ourselves in uncomfortable situations. Sometimes we beat ourselves up when this other person isn't even thinking about you. When this other person doesn't even care. They only said, okay, I understand. And then that was it. I came to learn that it's not always, it's about you. It's not about this other person. It's about you. Whatever it is that you're willing to put up with, this is what will continue. This person doesn't even care about you. They only call you because they know. They only call you because it's convenient for them. They call you because they know that you're there, that you will do anything. They don't even care how you're going to get that money. They simply know that Judith has this money. Judith can do this and that for me. You have made life so easy for them. It was a new day for me, guys. A new day. A new me. So, guys, learning that if you don't put yourself first, you are letting the whole world know that you can wait. Because every time you put other people's happiness before you, you're dropping yourself down to a place you are last. You're letting the whole world know that you can wait. Learning that was the game changer. Learning, guys, that I could specifically determine what my boundaries were instead of feeling sorry, instead of feeling sad and sorry for myself, instead of hating and hurting myself for no reason. I gave myself permission to say no. You can do that as well. Say no. Give yourself permission to say no. And you don't need to over-explain yourself. You don't need to give excuses. You don't need to defend yourself. You simply have to say no. You simply have to say no. It's important that you know, guys, that you are the master of your fate, the captain of your soul. And from then, I began to take charge of my destiny. And I can tell you, guys, that since then, my life has never been the same again. So what you allow is exactly what you will get. Yeah. I want to end it here, guys. And I want to tell you that setting boundaries is a form of self-care. Even when people don't like what you do, they will likely respect you for standing up for what you believe in. This will help you get to define your own uniqueness and your core boundaries. And this is not just about what you want or what you need. This is about getting to live your life on your own terms. And this is the best feeling in the whole world. If you have trouble expressing yourself, standing up for yourself, speaking up for yourself, then you will find yourself in spaces you don't want to be in. So what you need to do is have honest conversations, especially romantic relationships. Set boundaries. Let this person know that there's a boundary that they cannot cross. Let them know what is unacceptable, what you can accept and what you cannot. When you set healthy boundaries, especially in romantic relationships, and your better half, your spouse, gets to respect them, in that instance, you will feel appreciated, you will feel validated, and most of all, you will feel that you're not taken for granted. Yeah? So, guys, you can only be of service to others when you are strong and empowered. You can only take care of other people when you have taken care of yourself. So be aware of what is unacceptable. Normalize saying no. Give yourself permission to say no. No excuses, no explaining yourself. Just say no. Do what's best for you without inconveniencing anyone. And know that it's not your responsibility to sacrifice yourself for others. At the end of the day, you are your longest commitment. And what you gotta do is to take charge of your own destiny. Yeah. So, guys, I am done. And I want to thank you so much for giving me a few minutes of your time. I want to thank you so much for your love and support. For the returning subscribers, you guys are my family. I love you so much. And I don't take you for granted. For the new subscribers, karibu sana. Karibu and feel at home. And for those who haven't subscribed, please go subscribe. Hit that notification bell so that you don't miss out each time I post a video. And until next time, have a glorious and an inspiring time. See you.